Warning. The following is a comedic satire for entertainment purposes only. It should not be treated as a credible news source, though the host is quite incredible herself. All claims and comments are alleged. If anything VIZA says offends you in any way, please feel free to cancel her. She could use the publicity.
Halloween, Shrooms, and Jesus Christ. This and so much more on today's episode of I Will Say This Though. What's up, bitches, and welcome to another episode of I Will Say This Though. This is the show your algorithm wants to hide, but you found it anyways. If I look more bloated than usual, it's because I'm recording this the day after Canadian Thanksgiving. My ego, on the other hand, that's always huge. If you're Canadian, I hope you got to celebrate with those you love, or at least tolerate. Pretty sure it was after I drank my third meal of the night that I started thinking to myself, what am I myself thankful for? I'm thankful for my family, mostly because they live far enough away to not be constant headaches. I'm thankful for my health and my impeccable style, and for extra dirty vodka martinis that feel like a hug in a glass. Thanks for coming. It's finally starting to feel like fall, which is my favorite time of the year because I love Halloween. Oh, I'm practically a slut for it. You get to dress up, get drunk, and turn a trick for a treat. Sounds like a winning combo to me. I also find fall to be a good time to reflect on the last few months and look over your list of people you still have to bully before the year is up. Over the last few weeks, I've been getting a lot of signs from the universe that I'm exactly where I need to be. Oddly enough, that's usually inside a Spirit Halloween store. I love Spirit Halloween, even though they will just open in any building, no matter what it used to be. I mean, they'd probably open one at Ground Zero if they could. I've seen Spirit Halloweens pop up in former department stores, hardware stores. I mean, in my city right now, we have one that's in a former liquor store, where they did absolutely no changes to the exterior. They just put up a banner and called it a day. Bit of an odd branding choice for a company that's main products are disguises, but I digress. Look, as much as I love wasting my time and money in your stores, just feeding my nostalgia, I do have a bit of a bone to pick with you, Spirit Halloween. So let's open my burn book, shall we? Spirit Halloween. If you're gonna raise the price of your products from last year, gonna need you to actually remove the 2024 price tag. I bought this Hocus Pocus mug, priced at $16.99. I know, pretty outrageous for a mug, but Hocus Pocus has been one of my favorite movies ever since I was a kid, so I was pretty much just buying this for my inner child. Side note, I saw a Hocus Pocus post on Bette Midler's Instagram. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Hocus Pocus post. Anyways, she did a post, and some gay immediately in the comments was like, we need Hocus Pocus 3. No, we don't. We didn't even really need 2, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry, but some classics should never be touched with a sequel, and that is a great example of it. Whenever I hear someone mention the idea of another Hocus Pocus movie, I immediately think of Liza Minnelli trying to sell bracelets on the Home Shopping Network. One'll do. Anyways, getting back to my point. I bought this mug. I didn't really look too closely at the price tag. I just saw the $16.99, came to terms with it, put it in my basket. It wasn't until I got home and went to remove it that I noticed the price tag was a bit askew. I looked a little closer and realized there was another one right under it. Like an Italian man's foreskin, I started pulling it back very gently. To my surprise, I learned that this mug was once $14.99, a $2 increase from last year. Look, Spirit, I get it. There's inflation. The minimum wage has gone up, but this is clearly leftover stock from last year. You didn't even have to import it with tariffs or anything. And I get it, we're all slaves to capitalism at this point, but at least get your employees to remove the previous price tag. Make that minimum wage boost seem worth it. Just like I used to tell my ex on our anniversary, if you're gonna fuck me, at least put some effort in. Since we're on the topic of Halloween, I was recently grocery shopping, clearly, and I couldn't help but notice all the fun new candy options available for trick-or-treating this year, clearly. I mean, if we can't give this next generation a healthy climate or jobs with a livable wage, at least we can give them a few options for caramelized nougat. Got me thinking about when I was a kid and all the treats I used to love finding at the end of the night. But then I remembered all the shitty ones too. So here are my top 5 worst treats you can give out on Halloween. Number 5. Black licorice. Ugh, no kid wants that, unless they're Greek. I mean, I don't even like the taste of Sambuca, but at least that gets you drunk. What does black licorice get you? Disappointment, that's what it gets you. Number 4, raisins. California or otherwise, They are awful. If I saw that red sun-made box get thrown in my bag, I knew which house was getting egged. Number 3, fruit. And I'm not talking about myself. If it ain't a candy apple, keep it in the fridge. And don't even think about the dried fruit either, okay? We know. Slicing and then drying it out suddenly doesn't make it a Snickers. Number 2, dental hygiene products. Oh, if you're one of those people, you need to rot in hell. It's also kind of shady when you think about it. You're pretty much implying these kids have parents who don't take care of their oral health. Trust me, I love a good shady moment more than the next person. But it's a trick-or-treat bag, not a Christmas stocking. And my number 1 worst treat to give out on Halloween to kids, Bible passages. Oh, what a buzzkill. Growing up, I had a neighbor who used to give them out, and the kids got smart, so we always tried to avoid that house, but then she outsmarted us and stood on the lawn and started chucking them at us. Got a paper cut one year. My mom actually questioned her one year and was like, can't you just give the kids some candy? Do you know what her response was? No. Celebrating witchcraft goes against the teachings of our Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, you know what? Jesus also talked about loving thy neighbor, and you're pissing them off. And that brings me to something else I want to talk about. We need to keep religion out of shit, okay? Keep it out of Halloween, but most importantly, keep it out of my face. If you want to love Jesus, go do it on your own time. Stop pushing it on people. Down the street from me, this new church opened up, and it's got a bunch of these, like, Book of Mormon looking motherfuckers out front. They're always approaching people on the street being like, do you want to come with me to a Sunday Mass? Do you want to come with me to Mass? Fuck off. What's even better is that right next door to them is this new Shrooms dispensary. So I was walking down the street, and this guy was like, hey, do you want 10% off your first order of Shrooms? I was like, nah, I'm okay. Not even 30 seconds later, Jebediah comes out of nowhere and is like, do you want to come to Sunday Mass with me? I was like, girl, he's offering 10% off Shrooms. You gotta work on your sales pitch. Country icon Dolly Parton was in the news this week after her sister took to social media asking fans to pray for the singer during her recent health struggles. With everyone speculating the worst, Dolly released a video saying, I'm not dead yet, but my sister will be if she keeps talking shit. Tron Ares was number 1 at the box office this weekend, despite coming in $10 million short of expectations. See, I personally had a feeling it wasn't going to do well, and you know how I knew? Cineplex pre-show. They didn't even have Jared Leto doing the trivia. When you get the C-list actors in the cast, that's how you know. Speaking of, Cineplex, I got a bone to pick with you too. What's with all the Wegovy and Ozempic ads in the pre-show? Do you want me to spend money on snacks or not? Make up your mind. I didn't see Tron Ares this weekend, but what I did see was the number 2 movie, Roof Man, with Channing Tatum. And let me just say, pretty disappointing. Wanted more laughs. This movie also did something that's been annoying me lately, which is the miscasting of love interests. No offense to Kirsten Dunst or anything, but like, I just don't buy Channing Tatum being into her. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's a beautiful woman, but like, I just don't buy it. Just takes me out of it, you know? It's kind of like Superman this summer. Like, I was watching that movie and the entire time I kept being like, I don't think this young hot guy wants to fuck Miss Maisel. I just don't believe it. Turning Point USA announced they will be doing their own All-American halftime show at the exact same time as the Super Bowl's halftime show. God, I can already see it now. Headlined by Kid Rock and Carrie Underwood, featuring surprise appearances from Scott Baio and the ghost of Hulk Hogan. I don't know how patriotic they're planning to be, but let's hope it finally brings a tear to the eye of Erica Kirk. And now let's go to a segment I like to call Ask VIZA. Dear VIZA, what should my boyfriend and I go as for Halloween? Oh, great question. Here are some easy options any couple can do. What you're gonna have to do is wear a blonde wig, sequin dress, and carry a microphone. For him, he needs to wear flannel, a tool belt, and carry a piece of wood. When people ask what you are, just say Sabrina Carpenter. If you'd rather do something from the movies this year, then I would suggest Nosferatu and Ellen. But instead of the Ellen from the movie, go as Ellen DeGeneres. That way, people won't know who is the real blood-sucking vampire. If you're a Disney fan, you could also do Elphaba and Glinda, or Lilo and Stitch, or Aladdin and Jasmine. What's great about that one? It doubles as Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry. Alright bitches, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of I Will Say This Though. Be sure to like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell someone. If you'd like to submit a future question for Ask VIZA, be sure to send me a DM or an email at the address below. Until next time, kisses and disses.